Hey guys, we're here again on Home Farm. The sun is shining and it is a beautiful day. And today we have got Elspeth and Gina talking to us a little bit about the farm, the history of it all and what they have here. So take it away.
That's right. Good morning everybody. Welcome to Home Farm. Here we are on a lovely sunny day and we would like to welcome you to Sold Out Camp 2025, which we're going to have here, and we're really excited to host you. So a little bit about us. My name's Elspeth and this is
Gina.
And Gina is 10 and she will be coming to the camp, so it's going to be really lovely to meet all of you. And we are what you call a third generation farm, so that means my husband's grandfather farmed it, his dad farmed it, and now my husband Robert, who you'll also meet, farms it. So that's a third generation farm. So they've been here for many, many years. And our land, we have about 250 acres and it goes all the way down right to the banks of the River Severn, which hopefully we'll be able to take you down to when you come. We used to milk cows, but now we have a beef herd. This is just a few of them. We have about 150 in total, but these are the ones that have just had their newest calves. So you can see some of those calves are just a few days old, so they have access to go back in undercover if it starts raining or they want to go inside and get some water and food. But they're out enjoying the sunshine. And we also have somebody else with us as well. Special guest. We've been lambing here on the farm since March the 25th was when we started, and we have one ewe left to lamb, and so if you could all pray that she would just get on with it, then we can sleep at night without having to get up and check her. But this is Humphrey. And he is an orphan lamb. Gina, would you like to talk about why Humphrey is an orphan lamb?
So yeah, this is Humphrey and he was our first orphan. So he was part of a treble, which is where you would have 3 lambs, and sadly he got rejected, so the mum didn't really want to have him. So then we fed him on the bottle and now he's perfectly fine, healthy and fit, and we couldn't be happier with him.
And he thinks that Gina is his mum, but he does like a bottle, so we'll see if he's hungry or not. Are you hungry? Oh yes. So we feed him about 4 or 5 times a day on the bottle, and as you'll see, he follows us everywhere. If he could, he would follow us into the house, but the problem is he wheezes on the carpet. So
like we had last year.
Yes, yeah. So we tend not to let the orphan lambs into the house, but they do come into the garden. Some of the other animals that we have on the farm, as well as cows and sheep, are the horses. This is one of my horses. And you might be wondering why they've all got blindfolds on. And they're not actually blindfolds. What they do is they protect the horse's eyes from the flies. So they're called fly masks. But when you take these off, obviously they don't wear them in the winter, you can see that we've got a really unusual horse here in terms of colouring. She's a horse that I bred myself and she is 12 this year. And I'll just show you what she looks like underneath this rug. This rug is a fly rug, and so it means that when they go down the field, they're not bothered by the flies and the flies don't bite them. But when you take this one off, you'll see what we've got underneath. I'll give you a clue, her name is Dot.
Spotty Dotty.
So you can see we've got a lovely spotty dotty horse here. And you will be able to meet her. She is quite grumpy at times, but you'll be able to meet her when you come.
Hello.
And we'll do some grooming of horses and just some, a session on you just being around them and getting to know them.
So last time we spoke to you a little bit about the Field of Fun. Don't worry, we're still having the Field of Fun, but it is moving destination ever so slightly. So here's Elspeth telling us about the new destination and all about it.
This is called Wilts, this field, Wilts grass ground. All of our fields have got names, which is quite nice actually, because they come from years and years back. You know, they've been named rather than just numbered. So this is the Field of Fun, and this is called Wilts. So it's lovely and sheltered, and I think it will be really nice for bouncy castles and games, etc.
So some of you might be wondering, how did we end up here? Well, let's find out.
You know, Rich just texted me and said, just a thought, probably won't happen, probably you can't. We're growing out of our current site for sold out. And I sort of thought, you know how something kind of just goes bang, that sits really right. That sat really right with me. And I just kind of thought it through, and I thought, we've got that field up there, which is great for camping. We've got other fields for fun. And then you have the village hall, which gives you your toilets, your kitchen facilities, 2 big rooms. And then we have, within the village, we have our own marquee, and the local chaps come and put it up, and it has another marquee that goes off it. And I thought, actually, you know, I think we've probably got pretty much everything on the tick box. And so I prayed about it for about 5 seconds. And then I texted Rich back and said, yeah, I think that would work. Here's what we've got. Does it tick the boxes that you need? And that's how we got to here, really. But when you think back, we were at Wildfires and we saw the Hillfields video up on the big screen, and we didn't know at the time, but Nick and Kathy were there. We didn't know anybody. And when I came back from the Wildfires Festival, I just kept thinking about that video, and I thought, I've got to make contact with this church and find out where you are. And you're so close to us, because I was thinking, oh, if it's in the middle of Bristol, you know, or the other side of Bristol, but you're so close to us. And that was then when I connected with Rich. We just felt a partnership with Hillfields. We just all felt it, you know, and I think you probably feel the same back. So when Rich said, could you host the camp, it just made me think, that's why I had to text Rich after I watched the video at Wildfires, because God works in his own way and he works in his own timings. God knows who he wants to steward over his land. And I was brought back from Brighton to come and live here, and then I met Robert, who was the farmer next door. But it's all part of God's plan. And he wants us to steward over the land that we're given. And when you're stewarding A, correctly, and B, you're stewarding the land that is your inheritance from the Father, it feels right. But you know, we don't hang on to it, we share it with others that have a need of it and others that we love. And that's where I feel we are with Hillfields, really. We're sharing an inheritance with you guys because that's what God wants us to do.
I don't know about you guys, but I have found it so encouraging to find out a little bit more about Home Farm. So if you're anything like me, you're going to be buzzing too, so don't forget to book your tickets. It's going to be amazing.